Welcome to Get Creative. I'm Shelley Hall, and this is your creative news for the week of June 23rd, 2008, brought to you by CreativePro.com. This week's edition is sponsored by iStock Photo, the world's preeminent collection of member-generated, royalty-free images at the world's best prices. And here is this week's Master in a Minute.
In this week's Master in a Minute, we're going to talk about actions and batching multiple files in Photoshop. Why would you want to do this? Well, for instance, I have this image here on the screen, and it's about 7.5 inches wide, and I actually need this image to be about 3 inches. And I have 5 images that are similar that also need to be 3 inches. Instead of going into Photoshop and redoing the actions over and over again, I can just create an action in Photoshop and save it to a little droplet. So let's go ahead and do this. In the Actions panel here in Photoshop, I've created a new folder for a new set of actions. To create a new action, there's a little drop down, New Action. And I'm going to name this Resize and select Record. Now I can see this is recording by the red icon here lit up. I select Image, Image Size. I'm going to change it to 3 inches wide. Select OK. I'm going to do a file. Save as. Go to the folder that I would like my images to go to. And this is going to be called flower.jpg. I select Save. OK. Close. And stop recording. Alright, now from here I can choose to create an applet that'll reside right on my desktop. To do this, I select File, Automate, Create Droplet. And I'm going to create a droplet right on my desktop. And I'm going to name it Resize. Select Save. My set is Shelley. My action is Resize. And I'm going to suppress any file open warnings and suppress color file warnings. And I want it final destination to be a folder. I've chosen one on my desktop called Flower New. And these are my settings. So now I select OK. And Photoshop creates this little droplet that I can now have right on my desktop. So all I have to do at this point is grab my flowers folder, and these are all the images that are large, and I'm going to batch process them so they now end up in this Flower New folder where I saved the original JPEG. So to do this, grab flowers, pull it right on top of that resize icon, and Photoshop will do its stuff. You'll see it processing very, very quickly, and it's got to do 5 files here. And there's 5. Let's go to our Flower New. All right, and there they all are. Let's open up the last one to process, and there we go, at about 3 inches wide. And that's actions and batch processing and creating a droplet in Photoshop, and you just mastered it in just a bit over a minute.
Software piracy, or in common terms, hey, can I have a copy of that cool software to install on my laptop, has always been an item for discussion in my life as a creative pro. Well, the Business Software Alliance, or BSA, leads the way in developing policies and procedures to combat unlicensed software usage. BSA members include organizations such as Adobe, Apple, Microsoft, and Quark. To help you determine if unlicensed software is installed on computers within your network, the BSA provides free software audit tools which will help you to identify and track licensed and unlicensed software in your work groups. To download your free tools to ensure that you are compliant, head to www.bsa.org and select Tools and Resources. Photoshop phenom Bert Monroy does a weekly podcast titled Pixel Perfect, which covers all the cool stuff you can do with Photoshop. After all, he's the best. He knows. New episodes air each and every Monday at 12 noon Eastern Time. Bert's podcast episodes include titles such as Secrets of Photoshop Hairbrushes and Pimp Your Ride in Photoshop. The always entertaining Bert Monroy will dazzle you with his Photoshop skills. To view Pixel Perfect, head to revision3.com/Pixel Perfect. For all of you creative pros who need a little bit of imagery to inspire your creativity, then you should head to www.desktopography.net. Desktopography is a great, nonprofit, fun project meant to bring a bit of joy and nature to the cold, mechanical computer screens designers use every day. Designers spend much of their life in front of the computer and often miss out on a lot of the great wonders of nature. These desktop wallpaper designs are meant to brighten our long days with beautiful scenes of nature-related landscapes. To get your inspirational desktop wallpaper, head to www.desktopography.net. Last but not least, I would like to tell you about Wordle. Wordle is an online application for generating word clouds from text that you provide. You might be asking, well, what the heck is a word cloud? A word cloud is a graphic display of words that are most often used to search within a blog or a website. Let's go take a look at my word cloud.
Okay, so here's how you can go and create your very own word cloud, and I'm going to show you mine. Wordle, they say, is a toy. I call it a creative application for generating word clouds. Let's go ahead and choose to create your own. I'm going to paste in a bunch of text, and these are all text search words from my blog site. I'm going to select Go. And here is the quick little word cloud that it's created. Now you can edit the language, remove common words, leave words as spelled, make all words lowercase, uppercase. I'm going to go ahead and change my font to Coolvetica. That's much better. I can change my layout to use the maximum amount of words, whatever I choose. I can go ahead and have my words go any which way. I can select mostly horizontal, half and half, mostly vertical. And I can change my color theme. Wow, pretty cool stuff. Go back to Worldly. And I can save this to a gallery for others to check out, or I can print this, save it to a PDF, and repurpose it over and over again. So pretty cool stuff, and you can create your very own word cloud at Wordle, WORDLE.net.
That's all the creative news I have for the week of June 23rd, 2008. Be sure to check out all of our Get Creative videos at creativepro.com. This is Shelley Hall with Get Creative. Take care.